Hello everyone, this is Priyasha Das from XAT and here we are with the most awaited video, non-PYQs of poem-based RCs, none other than for your XAT examination. So therefore, I know the first thing you're going to ask me in comments is, what's that resource? From where are you getting these non-PYQs? Well, then this is not one such book from where I'm getting all the questions. So after doing a bit of research from my, of course, revision notes as well, there were a couple of non-PYQs poems which I practiced. So here we are. I'm doing some of them here. I'll do more of them in the coming videos as well. So the moment I'll be getting some poems to practice, I'll be sharing it with you people instantly. And that's why I'm not taking any times and any frills in doing any video editing and so on things, guys. Please appreciate the efforts. And you know what to do in case of you want to appreciate it. You will comment, like the video for sure, and share it with more and more people. Okay, so let's get started. We all know that PYQs is something which is available with everyone, and most of the websites on internet are also giving good explanations for the PYQs. So you have that handy. What I can help you additionally is with some non-PYQs which are of the level of the XAT poems. Also, something which you can expect in your coming exam as well. We can say that very much, because I have seen this instance happening last year, where the emotional quotient questions, around 7 questions from my video, were exactly there in the question paper of XGMT without even changing a single word. So I can vouch on that. All right, let's get started. But then I will tell you the first thing. The first part of the video is going to be the place where you people would be understanding how to approach the poems, how you should go about solving the poems if you're doing it for the first time. And the second part of the video will be how to become an expert at it. Okay, and what are the things which they try to test in you. Always remember this one thing, that if you understand what a person is trying to judge you upon by asking a question, you would be able to answer it always better. If you don't know what they want to ask you or what is the real intent behind it, it's always very difficult, right, to manage up. And therefore, let's get started. Here we're going to learn this trick only, that what is the poet saying, what is the speaker saying. Understanding this is like cracking the entire paper of that. Okay, so let's get started. Now, the first one is a very easy one to start with, just to keep yourself motivated, and also to tell you that not all poems are difficult. Here comes a very easy small snippet. This is from Lord Tennyson's poem, and this is about eagles. So generally, sometimes they do give the titles. Mostly, they don't give the titles in that. This is for you to understand. Okay. Now, read this and you will understand the context very easily. So read it with me and I'll just help you out with this. He clasps the crag with crooked hands. Now, one thing, learning number one, you don't have to know the meaning of each and every word. Be very comfortable with the tension around. Yeah, this is what you heard me right. Be very comfortable with the tension around and be very comfortable with the uncertainty. Know that you are possibly not going to know the word's meaning. Okay, so it's okay. You have to take a guess. What I can understand is, we only clasp the hands and something like that. So for the eagle, of course, it's his claws. Okay, so with crooked hands, close to the sun in lonely lands. We understand that it flies really high, so it looks like it's close to the sun. And of course, that's the place where very few other eagles are there. Not any other bird is seen there. So it's a lonely land because of that. Ringed with the azure world he stands. Ringed with means surrounded with. Now, this is the reason why I've been strongly recommending all of you to go ahead and read a bit of idioms and metaphors every time you see a meme. So, meme dekhne ki jagah na, scroll through the idioms and the similes you come across, because that's gonna really help you in this paper for sure. So, ringed with means surrounded with. Azure. Now, if you don't know the meaning of azure, you will have to note it down after watching this video. But then let's take a guess. If a bird is flying high, it will be surrounded by what exactly? Of course, the sky. Okay. So azure means blue actually, and there's a question below also. I'll show you how it helps. Okay, and this is the place where he stands. The wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. How can the sea crawl? We'll think about it because it's a related question, so I'll not speak up much now. He watches from his mountain walls, and like a thunderbolt, he falls. He falls means from the top, it takes a dive in, right? So we are talking about the eagle. Now let's go and see a question. Now the second recommendation, don't be very specific about the poem or to decide whether you will attempt the questions of the poem or not just by reading the poem. You have to take a decision by reading the questions. Okay, so here it goes. Give the tone of the poem and noting especially the last line, what is the eagle most likely doing in this poem? Okay, so we'll take a guess here. There are a couple of tips I have noted down at the corner, guys, for you people. I'll take that up after I complete this poem. Okay, next one is, so let's go to the question back. What do you think is the eagle doing? Now, as I said, we will use our option elimination skills to get it done. Of course, the eagle is not dying. Why can I say the eagle is not dying here? Because we can, the adjectives we are using for the eagle, okay, the adjectives we are using, like a eagle, like a thunderbolt, watching from the mountain walls, as you read from these two last lines, you can very well understand that there is nowhere any sense of, the eagle being dead or tired. So therefore dying of eagle is gone. Now hunting prey can be possibly the answer, but remember that you will never ever take an answer before checking all the options. Joyfully flying, so there is no joy, guys, there is no joy depicted in the entire poem, because we know that the words like standing in the alone lands, crooked hands are all negative words, so therefore no joy in this. Keeping watch over a nest of young eagles, is there any parenting issues being discussed over here? No, so therefore option D is also out. Now why can hunting prey be actually the right answer? Because many keywords like watching over the mountains or flying like a thunderbolt, this all gives me an indication that he is attacking, very alert, striking respectively, right? So therefore we can say that the eagle is hunting. So that is the most suitable answer. So if you are noting down the answers, how will you make notes? A is wrong. Why is A wrong? Because there is nowhere mentioned about the dead or dying position of the eagle. Similarly, B is correct. You will write it down. Why? Because of the keyboard's thunderbolt, because of the keywords mountain walls and similar things. Okay. So therefore, you understand the answer is B. इस तरह से answer लिखोगे तो कभी भी गलती नहीं होगी. Okay. Let's go to the second question. To which of the following do the underlined word azar most likely refer to? So I have given you the vocabulary meaning of azar already while explaining you the poem, but let me tell you that as you can take a guess that the eagle is ringed with azar, the eagle is only ringed with a sky, and that is blue in color. So you can take a very nice example. Forest and cliff will not be the answer. Sky will be the direct answer, but then we will also eliminate nature from here, because the more appropriate one here would be the blue colored sky. Okay, where it lives lonely, because agar wo niche rehta to wo lonely nahi hota. All right, let's go to the third one, guys. In the second stanza, the first line to which the following does the verb crawls refers to? It's very very easy. Okay, because you know the wrinkled sea is crawling, so the sea crawls in the form of sunlight, eagle's prey, eagle itself. No, it's the waves. Of course, it's the waves which looks like crawling in the sea, right? So that's as simple as that. What do you understand from this? That just like we, definitely sometimes we do this, that we give compliments to people saying that, oh my God, you're looking like a sunflower. By that, we don't mean that you're looking like a flower. What we actually mean is that you're looking so bright and young like a sunflower. So here also, when I say the sea is crawling, I actually don't mean that it's crawling like a baby. I actually mean that the sea waves are crawling and it looks like someone else is crawling, and this is all called as, imagery. So poems is all about imagery. Okay, so you should be good in understanding that. Now the good times are gone, my dear friend, and it's time to have a striking poem जो कि हो सकता है आपके होश उड़ा दे. Whatsoever it is, let's go and have a look. Well, by the way, let me tell you that this PDF will be shared with you guys in the Telegram group. So make sure you check that out. The link will be added in the description box. Please go and check it out. Also in the description box, I will be giving you the number of poem related videos I have already had on my channel at one place. So please refer to that in the description box as well as the pinned comment. And do let me know if you need any more help as that. Okay, so here we start with another poem of Emily Dickinson. I have given you an explanation that you might find out that these kind of things don't really come directly, but then let's see. Okay, it's slightly interesting because you have to identify something over here. You have to identify the main context only. The name is Narrow Fellow in the Grass. Okay, who is this narrow fellow? We'll understand by reading the poem. So a narrow fellow in the grass occasionally rides. You may have met him, did you not? His note is sudden. Now see, please understand, these keywords are going to really help you. His note is sudden, is the grass divides as with a comb. A, a spotted shaft is seen, and then it closes at your feet. There's a shaft which we can see in his or her presence, and then it is gone. And opens further on. He likes a bogey acre. Now, please understand, I don't expect, neither anyone at XLRI expects you to know the meaning of the word bogey. But since I'm teaching you here, so I'll tell you the vocabulary meaning. You may add it on to your vocabulary. That bogey means wetlands. Okay, so he likes bogey acre, a floor too cool for corn. That means, corn can't be grown there. Yet when a boy and barefoot, I means the speaker. Now please understand that it is not necessary that every time you read a poem it is the poet himself or herself who is speaking. It can be anyone. So here we'll just assume it to be the speaker, only understanding that the speaker is actually reminding himself of his early time when he was a boy and barefoot. I more than once at noon have passed, I thought a whiplash. So the boy thought that he passed a whiplash, but it was actually not a whiplash because he thought so. So ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं which will really make a difference in answering the questions. Unbraiding in the sun, when stooping to secure it, it wrinkled. That means when you went closer to it to secure it, to hold it, it wrinkled and was gone. Several of nature's people, several of nature's people I know, and they know me. That means the speaker knows the nature's people. Who are they? We will understand. And the nature's people also know the speaker back. I feel for them a transport of cordiality, but never met this fellow, the one which about whom we are talking from the beginning, attended or alone, without a tighter breathing. What do you understand by the word tighter breathing? When do you breathe tightly, guys? When you are afraid, when you are catching short of breath. And zero at bone. Another example of why you guys should definitely read idioms, because zero at bone is an idiom which means chilling, frightening. Okay, till the bone, that means you feel the zero or the chillingness till your very spine. Okay, so zero at the bone means very, very frightening situation. So this is where the game changes. The people who are in regular contact with English would have a benefit over here, no doubt, but that doesn't mean the ones who are focusing for that in the next 30 days would not be able to break it. If you practice RCs, if you practice reading comprehensions based on poems as well as simple, you would really break that difference. So don't worry on that. Zero at the bones means very frightening, very chilling. Okay, so now coming to the first question, who or what is the fellow in this poem? Now it's not necessary for you always to start with the first question. The reason being that is, if I just show you what the second and the third question is asking you, your idea will get more clearer and you will be able to get the first question's answer more accurate. The phrase without a tighter breathing and at the bone, at zero at the bone, most nearly indicates fright. So we just now discussed it, so it's a direct answer. The phrase nature's people means what? Those who are nature lovers, those who are children, those who are animals or neighbors. Now let this and this be connected. If you are of the view that it is related to people or something, you will get a more better idea over here. Who is the fellow in the poem? I know the boy himself is not the fellow, because we are not frightened by any boy, neither a boy moving in the grass or a boy who likes to move in wet grass. And also I cannot say that if you go close to him you feel afraid, and the boy cannot feel like a whiplash. Of course whiplash is also out. Now I have two things to think of. Either it can be a gust of wind or it can be a snake. So what do you think gives us this frightening situation? If a gust of wind passes us, ये तो सिर्फ भूत वाले पिक्चरों में होता है कि हम डर जाते हैं. But then do you think that the frightening situation occurs when you are talking about a gust of wind? Not really. And therefore we get the answer very clearly that it's not the gust of wind, it's actually the snake. So fellow in the poem here is the snake, and the moment you get this idea, you can understand that the nature's people about whom we are talking in this part of the poem over here, that several of nature's people know me, and they know me and I know them as well. So definitely we are not talking about people or nature lovers, we are talking about the animals. Several type of animals the speaker is knowing, but when it comes to this snake, not much. Okay. And the last question for the day, guys: the speaker of this poem is most likely an adult woman, man, the poet himself, no way, and the young boy. Why can the young boy not be the answer as well? Because of this part which I asked you to highlight, where I introduced you to the speaker, that the speaker himself is saying that when a boy and barefoot, I more than once at noon. So he is talking about a past time when he was a boy. Boy means gender is clear that he is a male, and at the same time it is also clear that earlier he was a boy, so he is no longer a young boy and cannot change the gender now as well. So therefore he is an adult man right now. तो आप फोर्थ क्वेश्चन की ब्यूटी देख रहे हो, हाउ वेल दे आर ट्राइंग टू सी दैट आपने अच्छे से पोएम पढ़ा भी है या नहीं. डिड यू रियली पेड अटेंशन टू द पार्ट that what is the gender of the speaker, or what was the speaker talking about in the past time? So he's definitely not now in the present time a young boy. So these beautiful things really bring out the reason why XLRI or XAT goes for these poem based RCs compared to the other management entrance examinations. So finally, here's a small tip. I'll not read it out, guys, because I've already covered it in one of my videos. These pointers I've explained very well. So I'll be linking the video which has all these pointers explained for the basics of poems, whoever wants to cover it. And if you like this video, you know the drill. You have to hit that like button, share it with more and more people, because I really want more people to know about this channel, guys. Help me in this. And if you are new to this channel, you have to hit that subscribe button with that bell notification, so that for the next coming days till that, you guys get notified of all the important videos popping up on this channel. Thank you so much for watching this, and may God be with you, bless you with all the intelligence and patience required to crack this exam. I am definitely there answering all your queries. Feel free to DM me on Instagram, but before that, follow me as well. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. All the very best, dears.